When Moon Knight was released in March of 2022, it gained fairly good critical reception and a great deal of new fans for the Marvel character. Although the show was only labeled as a limited series, it seems like we haven't yet seen the end of the character. Want to know if Marvel has been rumored to bring Mark/Steven back? Keep watching to find out that and more. First, let's take a look at what is going to happen to Wolverine after Logan. Some may question how we can see Logan back on the big screen, considering the fact that original Wolverine actor Hugh Jackman had retired from the X-Men series in 2017 after Logan. Well, there's no answer aside from a reboot. With the way that Marvel has been doing things, it's also possible that the new Wolverine is, whoever that may be, could be a Wolverine from a different universe. With that being said, let's take a look at some possible future Wolverines. There is one actor that people have been trying to see play Weapon X. Many fans have even gone far enough as to even make deepfakes of Karl Urban as Wolverine. Many have opted for Karl Urban due to his accent, his similar looks, and the Logan-esque cool guy energy that we've seen in The Boys. Karl Urban is just a fan pick. There is an actor who is officially in talks for the role. Taron Egerton, known for his role in the Kingsman films, as well as playing Elton John in the biopic, has been in talks with Kevin Feige to be the MCU's Wolverine. Egerton even confirmed this in a profile for the NY Times, admitting that it'd be difficult to follow up a role perfected by Hugh Jackman. Next, what is going on with Marvel? Before we get into the rumors around Wolverine and Moon Knight, let's discuss what's going on with Marvel that's used to this. As we know, the events of Marvel's Endgame left the Marvel franchise in a completely different state. Many things changed by the end of the film. Without spoiling them, let's take a look at a few things that are different in Phase 5. First off, the Avengers have changed completely. There are heroes and villains who are lost. Some are presumed dead, but not confirmed deceased. The heroes we know that are alive and/or will have movies or shows in Phase 5 include Thor, Daredevil, Black Panther, Agatha, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man, just to name a few. Marvel is definitely keeping fans satisfied, as they have movies planned all the way up to 2025. Phase 6 will end in November of 2025 with Avengers Secret Wars. Fans of the previous Avengers movies will be sad to hear that this film will not be directed by the Russo brothers, as the previous two were. This does not mean we won't see any more Russo brothers Marvel films. Kevin Feige announced that he'd like to work with them again in the future. Let's take a look at what is in store for Moon Knight. When the last episode of Moon Knight aired on the 4th of May, many wondered what would come of Oscar Isaac and the character of Moon Knight, since the show was just a limited series. We can't say for sure what is going to happen with the characters. Practically nobody can. Not even the director of the series, Mohamed Diab, who announced that Marvel was keeping him in the dark about what's going to happen going forward. He also said that he'd like to see the characters on the big screen in a film. Diab said that he'd like to focus more on Layla and Jake Lockley, who we only technically saw for a little bit during the end of the final episode. We can only wait and see what the future holds. While Moon Knight was originally only released as a limited series, it's worth pointing out that both Loki and What If were both limited series in the beginning, yet are both coming back for season 2. It'd be difficult to imagine Moon Knight not coming back for another season. The show was very popular, received great critical reception, and was left off at a place that wasn't hard to continue off of. Next, let's look at the possible crossover between Wolverine and Moon Knight. With Marvel recently entering an era that is actively playing with the idea of traveling through multiverses, there is always a lingering possibility that any two characters can cross over, no matter the universe they're supposed to be exclusive to. Marvel had been releasing comics that feature the name Crypt of Shadows since they bought the rights to the title back in the year 2019. We bring these comics up because recently, a new Crypt of Shadows comic was accidentally leaked to the Marvel website, one that featured Wolverine and Moon Knight together on the cover. Also on the cover were Elsa Bloodstone and Bloodline. The comic is supposed to be officially released at the Comic-Con in San Diego and was set to officially debut on Halloween of that same year. Fans were over the moon to see the bladed Australian and the protector of the Travelers of the Night standing next to each other, especially in a comic like Crypt of Shadows, which features monsters and creatures like vampires. Hopefully, the issues being leaked won't change Marvel's minds when it comes to the matter of releasing the comics. We'll see if it's announced at Comic-Con like it was planned to. Let's take a look at all of the Marvel projects set to be released soon. Marvel has been busy. They have to be. As one of the biggest film franchises in the world, they've got the biggest fandom, a fandom that they have to keep satisfied. In 2022, Marvel will have 3 films released by the end of the year: Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, which will be the final film. 3 films may not seem like a lot, but when you consider how much time and money is put into these movies, rather it is through the acting, editing, and moving around. Not only does the amount of time and effort put into the movies make 3 a decent amount of movies for 1 year, their critical reception and box office numbers show it as well. While there were only 3 films released this year, there were also 3 television shows released: Moon Knight and Miss Marvel, and the not yet released She-Hulk: Attorney at Law, making that 6 altogether projects released by Marvel in the year 2022. This is nothing compared to the amount of films and television shows that will be released by Marvel within the next few years. So let's take a look at what Marvel has in store for fans. There are a lot of things in store for fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Ever since Infinity War first came to theaters, Marvel had set the bar extremely high for the content they'd be putting out, as if it wasn't high enough already. The bar is so high, in fact, that fans are completely fine with waiting 3 years. The reason they're fine with waiting 3 years is due to the fact that there are a handful of projects coming out in between. There's the Guardians of the Galaxy team coming back for a holiday special and for their third movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp returning to the big screen for Quantumania, Deadpool and the crew coming back for Deadpool 3, Blade is being rebooted, this time with Luke Cage's Mahershala Ali. We're also getting some projects based on characters only fans of the comic books are familiar with, such as Ironheart, who will be getting her own show sometime in the future. Described by Kevin Feige, this will be Tony Stark's worst nightmare. The series will be about Don Cheadle's character War Machine as he tries to stop some bad guys who get a hold of Iron Man tech. Finally, let's talk about some of the rumors regarding Marvel and its projects. One of the most discussed things in conversations around Marvel are the rumors. One rumor going around is that Will Poulter will be playing Adam Warlock in the new Guardians of the Galaxy film. Fans will be pleased to hear that this rumor was true. We will see the We're the Millers actor in the new Guardians movie. It has also been heavily rumored that Game of Thrones actor Kit Harington will once again appear as he did in Eternals as the Black Knight once again. There have also been rumors circulating around the internet that Doctor Doom will come back to the MCU for the first time since the Fantastic Four reboot in 2015, which according to the actor was mishandled. Bill Skarsgård is rumored to return to the MCU for the first time since his role in Eternals. He's rumored to appear in Eternals 2, where he will play a young Thanos. This means that 2 actors attached to the role of Pennywise are rumored to appear in future Marvel films. The last rumor we'll discuss is that of Simon Pegg's future in the MCU. He was rumored to be Captain Britain in an alternate universe, although it may be a bit unlikely, as Pegg himself went into great detail discussing why he'd never like to appear in a Marvel film. Who knows, he may just appear in one of Edgar Wright's films, considering the friendship that is shared between the two on and off screen. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.